Hey guys, welcome back to part number 26 of the My Team career mode. As you can see here, activities, we got all them all done. There was enough time. Powertrain department event, you know we like our department events. Agree to lower the price so that they work a bit harder, or disagree and get the morale down. Pay some cash, we'll do that. And then we got sponsors. We didn't renew Highland or a Terp, we actually went for two new sponsors. These were the Sega Ottoman, which I believe we did go with in the end, and also Asiatic Dynamics. Asiatic Dynamics, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but we got two new sponsors. Obviously we can get better goals now. We have got a better car. Look at this as well, our area department upgrades are coming through. We got durability department event, cash down to get a upgrade for cheaper, we'll do that. Looking here, any upgrades on departments? No. Any upgrades we can do for the actual car? No R&D upgrades at the moment. We do not have enough resource points apart from redoing the brake discs in the chassis. Another department event, down 20 morale, but getting a part for cheaper. I decided to go with that. All of our upgrades have come onto the car pretty much, so we are doing very, very well. Like I've said, no more R&D upgrades. We bring in a total of around 1,250 R&D points from practice, which is very, very nice to see. Hopefully this can carry on into qualifying here in Austria. And as we can see, it is a wet one. Wet tyres on the car. It's reminiscent of 2020. Down to the line on our first lap. It is going to be a 1 minute 13.4. I knew I could go quicker, so I go again on the same set of tyres. It's what I do in wet qualifying. You can already see I'm a second up. I found some time somewhere. I don't know where I found all this time. Coming around the final corner. Track is gripping up a little bit. We go a little bit wide, up by 1.1 seconds. It's going to be a 1 minute 12.2, which turns up to P5 purple sector 3. Go again on the same set of tyres around the final corner. We do pick up a track limit warning, but this is our quickest lap thus far, which sends us to the top of time sheet to 1 minute 11.8. Come back into the pit, see what's going on. I see that Valtteri Bottas
intermediate tyres
and Jeff is telling me medium tyres are the way to go. So we're going to strap on a set of intermediates, not mediums, I apologise, which are about 1.9 seconds quicker. And we're going to see what we can do on a lap like this. Lower the fuel down, there's not as much time going in qualifying right now. And we go out, and as you can see here, two purple sectors. You can just see there's a lot more grip in this corner coming up. The second to last corner, you have to take this in 5th. You can take this in 6th now. And you can ride the curve a bit to get a bit more time. Look at this, 1.4 seconds up, 1.5 seconds up. We go a little bit wide, losing a bit of time. 1.5 seconds up, 1.6 seconds up nearly to 1 minute 10.2, which sends us to the top of the timesheets. Now everyone else is out on these intermediate tyres. They don't have the best run. Russell currently in P4. Look at this, down to the line, we run a bit wide, not the best time we find. We qualify P8 for the Austrian Grand Prix. Can this improve in the race?
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve, as it was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Lando Norris, and Verstappen, Ricciardo, the real deal, Ocon and Pierre Gasly, Vettel, Latifi, Mick Schumacher, and Russell, Stroll, Tsunoda, Nikita Mazepin and Nobuharu Matsushita. Joe, Perez, Giovinazzi and Callum Island. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So the guys who didn't go up for a lap in qualifying towards the end really have suffered. We're going to go for a medium soft strategy. We're going to go for the undercut as it appears to be better. We're going to lower the fuel down to 18 laps. We're going to be down on ERS this race due to the fact that we have got a worn energy store. I believe most people are going to be starting today's race on the mediums. Best strategy to do. Actually, we're one of the only ones than everyone else on softs. We know Austria. We got one of our first points finishes here in Austria last season. Let's see what we can do.
Too high with the revs.
I also want to apologise about the inconsistency at the moment. I am trying to obviously get back into a schedule and that. So I do apologise about the inconsistency as of late. It will be more consistent in the coming weeks. Yeah, starting P8, not too bad. Definitely a chance for a podium this race.
Conditions look stable at the moment.
Down to 5 red lights. We're on the mediums. Can we get a good start? Lights out, away we go. I had a bit of a job down on the start. Not the best start in the world. We're going to try and keep it to the inside. We're losing a lot of places at the moment. Trying to keep it cautious as we are running simulation damage. Which means I'll have up the damage from prior. Ocon made an absolute daring dive. We're going to go down the inside of Latifi here. Up into 11th place. So we've got a bit of a challenge on our hands now. Obviously, down on ERS power. Down on engine power with a worn engine. We've got to try and make our way through the pack on medium tyres. Ocon and Ricciardo go side by side. Luckily, laps aren't too long here. We do have the power on the straights to get past, even with a worn engine, compared to someone like the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri and the Alpine and even the McLaren, even though they run the same engine provider as. I feel like tough guys to get past will be the Mercedes, who, as you can see, are storming away with this Grand Prix already. Round in the final two corners, we go a little bit deep there. Round the final corner. Oh my god, the car just doesn't want to brake. The car just doesn't want to brake as we come back onto the track there. Nicholas Latifi side by side with, look at this power advantage. We're going to go around the outside of Nicholas Latifi. The car doesn't want to brake. The car just doesn't want to brake. But we hold on to it. Start a lap 2. It's going to be a long race, I think.
DRS zone.
So we're going to have DRS on Mick Schumacher here. It should be a relatively easy overtake. Not going to use ERS. We're going to go to the outside here. Can we get the move done? Yes, we can. That's a position taken right there. And we're up into the points yet again. We're closing in on Gasly. Not as quick as I would like. Obviously, these guys are, as we go a bit wide there yet again, these guys are pitting. That's our first track limits warning. These guys are going to be pitting soon. So we're just going to keep going on. As Ocon and Gasly are fighting, we managed to get involved in the battle. We got the ERS advantage here. We're going to get 2 Frenchmen in one straight. Gasly's going to follow us through. Will Ocon try anything? Be audacious if he did.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
And we get through. Gasly doesn't manage to follow through. We get 2 places in one go.
Right now.
Keeping calm is what we need to do. Obviously, we've got 2 track limits warnings now. Can't afford to pick up a 3rd. We run a little bit wide there. That's going to leave Esteban Ocon go up our inside. Our outside, sorry. Could have had the inside line. That means Esteban takes the place. That's annoying. Come on, let's close in on him. We can get him into turn 1, I do believe. Oh, we got a bit wide there. It's not going to be turn 1, it's going to be turn 3. Obviously, we've got Gasly now. He's going to not try and overtake on us. Get the turn in. Get the power down. ERS. DRS. Should be a relatively easy move. Ocon's got nothing to defend with. There we go. Easy move. Get the move done. Power on. Let's try and get up to Ricciardo. 3.8 ahead.
Box, box. We're coming in this lap.
Just into box now. We're going to overcut rather than undercut. I thought we'd be in a better place to do the undercut, but we're not, so we're going to do the overcut. That was a good bit of driving there for me, you know, trying to keep the car from not snapping.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.8 seconds.
There we go again. Tyres are coming to the end of their life. 23%. But we're going to let everyone else in front pit. I want to be on those fresh tyres at the end of the race. And cars are pitting now. That's one of the Mercedes in. We've got the Red Bull, we've got the Ferrari, we've got the McLaren in front also pitting. Sainz stays out. Let's keep pushing on. I want to come in on around about lap 12. Is Carlos going to come in this lap? Looks like he is. Right. Teammates in. We're going to go one more lap.
Carlos is in for his stop.
We're going to go one more lap. We're going to absolutely push this lap. And we're coming in at the end of this one. And we're in. Flying it down the pit lane. On the brakes. Nice. Can we get a good pit stop here? Can we get a good pit stop as I sort out my pedals? There's a yellow flag behind. That's Charles Leclerc going wide. Due to his teammate coming into the pits. Can't enter the track. Charles Leclerc is actually out of this session. But as we come out of the pits now, we forget to turn off the pit limiter. Where are we going to come out? Don't touch these barriers. Don't cross that white line. We come out ahead of Ocon and Gasly into P6 and close to Ricciardo this time. Well, let's push on. We're on the best tyres. 6 laps. We can do this. We can get on the podium.
We've been awarded
There's
a
the track
time
limits.
penalty. We'll go against our finishing
There's our
time at the
3-second
end of the
warning.
race.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Push in though.
Don't panic just yet, but we've seen a problem at our
What?
end. We're looking into it.
Got a problem. That's going to be the gearbox, all these control electronics. Oh no. Obviously, it is on
We can
71.
confirm that it's an issue
No.
with our engine. Okay, touch wood. Seems like the fault has resolved
Oh.
itself.
Jeff. Absolutely making me panic. We had an issue with our engine. It's been resolved. Let's keep using ERS. Because if it's the control electronics, I'd stop using it. So at least the issue has been resolved. Oh. Jeff making me panic. We're just going to bring this car home now. Going to try and extend the gap to Ocon.
Good news, it looks like the fault has been fixed.
Cheers, Jeff. We're going to try and extend this gap to Ocon. Do a bit wide there. I want to finish at least P7 where we are now. We're closing in on Ricciardo, but there's not really any point. Also, we are going to change a few engine components before the next race weekend, so getting the most out of the car at the moment. Seeing what the potential's like. And to be fair, closing in on Ricciardo, it feels very, very nice to have extended that gap to 5 seconds to Ocon now. 3 laps to go. Looks like 7th place is where we're going to finish. Final lap of the race, not much has happened. Norris and Verstappen battling. I believe Carlos and one of the Mercs are battling right now, so could potentially see Carlos getting higher than 3rd on this podium, which is good. It's a redemption day for Carlos. He's up into 2nd. Could Carlos potentially get past the other Merc? I don't think so. It might be a bit too late. But Carlos coming home in P2. We're going to come home in P7. It's alright. Not too bad. It's just been a bit of a hectic race. You know, Leclerc had his instant. We didn't have the best of starts. We had to make our way through the pack. But the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas wins. Carlos 2nd. Lewis Hamilton 3rd. Max Verstappen 4th. Norris 5th. Ricciardo 6th. Us 7th. It's an alright race.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So it was an alright race, as we know. Not much happened up at the front. Gasly got P8 from P10. Perez, driver of the day, P20 to P12. Person who lost out a lot, Charles Leclerc, obviously had his incident during the race. But yeah, not much to talk about. Normally Austria is action-packed, not too much to talk about, apart from Carlos finally getting onto the podium. Redemption day for Carlos Sainz. We bring home a total of 24 points to the factory. Puts us 5th in the constructors. We're still fighting for that 3rd place. We're just behind. We're 7th and 9th in the Drivers' Championship as well. We're doing very, very decently, to be fair. But yeah, I've been Amphilux. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.